Hey guys, what is going on? Welcome back to the channel. Again, I want to thank everyone on the channel and special thanks to all of the supporters with all of the welcome back messages. I definitely appreciate that, immensely appreciate that. Did take an extended hiatus off the channel. I'm now back to posting videos, hopefully daily. So all of those comments welcoming me back, worried about where I was at, definitely appreciate that, definitely appreciate the support. And just to remind you guys, if you are new to the channel, if you do like the content, feel free to like, share, and if you are so inclined to subscribe to the channel, make sure you don't miss any of the uploads. Again, hopefully daily uploads moving forward on the channel. For today's video, I thought I'd jump back into a few stocks that have some upcoming ex-dividend dates this next week. Essentially, you can jump into the stock, buy the stock, qualify for a dividend, and then I'll be talking about a number of different strategies in which you can exit that stock. You can hold it longer term, like I'll do with Ford. And then I have a couple other stocks, one that has a lot of recent momentum, so you can do a very ultra short trade, jump in, qualify for the dividend, and hopefully get out of that stock in a positive swing trade, as well as a stock that's been down quite considerably over the past 3 months or so. So you can jump in as a contrarian investment, an investment that may be depressed under its true value, jump in for the dividend, and then when it starts rebounding, you can get out of that stock. That's a little bit longer term hold than the ultra short term hold that we'll talk about with one of the stocks today. So I'll talk about 3 stocks. The first stock, as you see up on screen here, is Ford Motor Company. This is the largest holding in my portfolio, at least my Robinhood portfolio. 8,700 shares, 89,697. As you can see on the bottom is the equity value. If we take a look at the graph here, this has really been propelling the portfolio forward for the past few months. Past week, it's up 0.04% 1 month. It is up 2.28% 3 months, up 7.62%. But if we go for a longer term perspective here, it is down a bit. 1 year, 4.98%, and over the past 5 years, it's down 38.97%. You can see here my average cost, $10.56. So definitely was able to get in on some dips. I've been averaging down. I think this is a great long-term stock. And the other important stock update is that it does have an ex-dividend date this next week. So the ex-dividend date is on the 22nd of July. So essentially you have to jump in before that date. It is 15 cents per share with a payment date on 9/3. So it's September 3rd, which translates to a dividend payment with a 0.15 and the current value of 10.31 for 5.8% dividend yield. And just for a quick reminder, especially for newer viewers on the channel, there's a number of days you have to take into consideration when you jump into a stock for a dividend payment. You can see here I have a hypothetical example of some dates on a stock: September 1st, November 1st, November 3rd, and December 3rd. You can see below those dates you have essentially when the dividend is declared, the ex-dividend date, the record date, and the payment date. The big number that, or the date that you have to make sure that you remember is that ex-dividend date, so November 1st. And typically 2 days after that is the record date, but you have to buy the stock before the ex-dividend date, and then you can sell on or after the ex-dividend date and still qualify for the dividend. So essentially you could own the stock for just 1 day, sell it the next day on the ex-dividend date, and you will qualify for the payment. But you always have to hold the stock at the beginning of trading on the ex-dividend date. So you have to buy it 1 day prior, and if it's over the weekend, it does not count. So for example, on Ford has an ex-dividend date on the 22nd of July. That's Monday, so you have to jump into the stock tomorrow, Friday. Over the weekend, it does not count. There's no trading anyway, so you have to buy it on the Friday, which is tomorrow, to qualify for that dividend. So again, the date in which the dividend is declared, the ex-dividend date, the record date, and the payment date. Technically, the record date is when you qualify for the dividend, but it's always 2 days before the record date. The ex-dividend date is the date you have to have the stock held, and again, you have to buy it before the ex-dividend date. So again, for the example here, if the ex-dividend date is November 1st, you have to buy it the day before, and then you can sell on or after November 1st and still qualify for the dividend. So for Ford, you have to buy it on Friday, tomorrow, before the ex-dividend date, 7/22, which is on Monday, and then you can sell on Monday or thereafter, and you still qualify for the dividend. So I think Ford is a great stock to get into long term. That's what I'm doing with my portfolio. I've made quite a bit of dividend income from the portfolio. The current dividend yield is 5.8%, and prior was up over 7%. So a very good rate of return, and that's rate of return each year. So if you hold the stock for 5 years, that's 25%, assuming a 5% dividend yield average over that time frame. Not to mention some potential upswing in the stock. Yes, it is down quite considerably here, but I would say that this stock is undervalued at this point. I do believe that its truck business is well worth what the market cap is, and you can see that in the middle here. Market cap $42.17 billion. A lot of analysts think the truck business alone is well over that $42.17 billion, excluding its SUV business as well as its compact car business, which has suffered quite a bit. It's exiting actually the car business in North America, except for its Mustang and its electric vehicles that will be upcoming. I think 2021 is the earliest in which some mass-produced cars will be coming out of Ford. But it does have quite a few partnerships. Ford recently entered a partnership with Volkswagen, Germany-based automaker, essentially putting $2.6 billion into Ford's Argo AI, Ford self-driving services partnership, AI technology company. So $1 billion will be in funding, $1.6 billion will be an automotive intelligent driving company in which Volkswagen has a large majority, if not outright ownership of that company. And then Volkswagen will also be buying $500 million of Ford stock in Argo AI over the next few years. So very good partnership there. They still will be competitive with regards to their car and truck SUV business, but I think this definitely establishes Ford and Volkswagen as one of the leaders in artificial intelligence and self-driving technology. But we'll kind of see how that plays out moving forward. But I do like Ford for a longer-term contrarian play. Again, it's down 38.97%. I think that is well below its true value. As it rebounds, you'll not only make great dividend income, but you'll also get a very good capital appreciation on the stock as well, which moves us into the next company, another company that I think is a contrarian play as well, which is CVS. As you can see on the bottom here, CVS is a company that engages in the provision of healthcare services, essentially pharmacy services, as you can see on the bottom there. It's a very large company, as you can see in the middle. Market cap $72.99 billion, much larger than Ford. You can see a great dividend yield, 3.052%, and its earnings on the bottom here as well have been very, very solid. Definitely dipped down a bit Q1 2019, but I do believe this is a very good company moving forward. But the key is that this company has lost quite a bit of market value over the past 1 year of trading. You can see 1 week here down 2.4%. 1 month it is up 3.06%. 3 months up 7.78%. But if you take a look at the longer term perspective, it's down 16.71% over the past 1 year of trading, and 5 years down 26.73%. So I think this, much like Ford, is a stock that you can jump into as a contrarian investment. The important dates for CVS, it also has an ex-dividend date this next week, 7/24. So again, you have to jump in before 7/24. You'll qualify for the dividend on the 24th. You can sell on the 24th or thereafter and qualify for the dividend, which will be 50 cents per share for dividend yield just over 3.6%. So a very good stock, and much like Ford, a contrarian investment. But I think this would be a great stock moving forward to possibly get into. So again, if you can't jump out of a swing trade right away, you can hold this stock, hoping for some good capital appreciation moving forward. And a very short-term trade would be with Delta Airlines, DAL. This is a stock that you can see has been having very good performance over the shorter term. 1 week, 3.17%. 1 month, 11.21%. 3 months, 7.67%. 1 year, 18.65%. And 5 years, you can see it's been trending up here, 65.57%. So this is a stock that you could potentially get into, qualify for the dividend, because it's been so strong, especially over the past few months here. Even after the dividend is taken off, which it will be 40 cents per share, it'll still trend up, so you can get into the stock, qualify for the dividend, and then get out of the stock for a positive swing trade. The important dates, just like CVS, the ex-dividend date will be on the 24th of July. The payment date will be September 8th. And again, 40 cents per share for a dividend yield of 2.6%. So those are the stocks for next week for dividend capture. Again, a few different strategies. You can jump into Ford for a long-term buy and hold stock. You can jump into CVS for a shorter-term contrarian investment. And again, shorter-term could be anywhere from 3 months to maybe 1 to 2 years, unlike Ford, which I think is a 5 to 10 year stock. And then DAL here, Delta Airlines, may be amenable to a very short-term trade because of the recent momentum here. You jump into the stock because of all of the momentum. It'll still trend up even after that dividend is taken out on the ex-dividend date. And you can jump in, get the dividend, and out for a positive swing trade. So 3 stocks here, DAL, CVS, and Ford Motor Company. 3 stocks that are very minimal to dividend capture swing trading if you are so inclined. So those are the stocks for this week, or I should say the upcoming week. If you guys have any better stocks out there, please let me know. Always looking for new stocks to research and potentially jump into. And again, I want to thank everyone for all of the support on the channel, especially all of the viewers with all the welcome back messages. Definitely appreciate that. If you are new to the channel, if you do like the content, feel free to like, share, and subscribe. And I'll kind of end the video here, and we'll see you guys next time.